So would you like to start by briefly describing yourself? You have 1 minute.
Oh, okay. My name is Tina, and I'm currently studying in National Zhengzhou University. And I really have great passion in business and human behavior. Thus, I choose to major in business administration and also double majoring in psychology. And business enable me to sharp market insight, and psychology enable me to learn about critical thinking and analytical skills. And as for my personality, I see myself as a detail-oriented and well-organized person. And I demonstrate this through participating in a lot of school activities. For example, I'm one of the leader of NCCU BA Night, and I'm also one of the ambassador of College of Commerce. And I really have great passion in analyzing and researching. So I think I'm really suitable for this position of being a UX researcher. Thanks.
So would you like to start? You first. Okay. So would you like to maybe try to tell us how much you know about our company?
Your company. Google is a company that's founded in California, and it's founded by the California students. Yes, and it's founded in 1998, and it's the 20th anniversary in this year. Yes, and you occupied the search. Yes.
Okay, so I think as a female candidate, I believe that you must be aware of the recent scandal in our company. So may I know what is your view on this?
I think that being one of COO of Facebook. She's write a book about LinkedIn, and I appreciate about her view, and she talks about that female can do a lot of things. So I think that we can't female. Yes, I think female is suitable for any position. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, so how do you think that Google is doing in handling this scandal here? I think we receive a lot of protest from our employees. So many employees don't seem to be very happy with the ways we handle the whole situation.
I think that sorry, I'm not very sure about the scandal.
That will be fine. Okay, basically, one of our high-ranking officer had to step down because he is involved in sexual harassment of the female employee. Okay, but how about coming back to the previous topic you just mentioned? I like the fact that you double major in business administration and psychology. So how do you think that the two specialties may help you become a better, for example, analyst or manager?
Because that I also have learned some design, and because the US researcher need to do some user's interface, to design some user interface, and business administration enable me to have some about business thinking, and it teach me how to become a good negotiator and become a good leader. And the psychology enable me to do some research, like I've taken courses like psychology experiments, and it's helped me to write about some papers. Yes, and I think that double major in psychology and also my major of business administration can give me some advantage.
So why do you choose Google? I mean, there's so many well-known brands.
Because that Google occupies this industry. Yes.
But how about Amazon? How about Facebook, Twitter?
Because honestly, I'm addicted to Google because that according to one research, and it says about that over 80% people say that they can live life without Google, and some yes. So I think that if I can join in Google, and it's give me some great opportunity.
So can you name the services we provide? Maybe at least 10.
At least 10. For example, some app, Gmail and Google Apps, and you also have a social media like Google Plus, and some. Sorry, I just note about this. Yes.
So how about like some of our maybe latest, some newly developed services like Google Classroom? Are you aware of this kind of product?
Sorry, I'm not aware of this.
Or Google Data Search?
Google Data Search. Sorry, I'm not sure about this.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm just curious. Okay. Yeah.
So would you like to share with us a time you overcame a difficult situation?
For example, I've mentioned that I'm being about an ambassador in College of Commerce, and I'm involved in the marketing department. And at first, I'm not really familiar with some Photoshop or Illustrator or some Lightroom. So when I'm assigned of designing a flyers or a pamphlet, I'm really curious about it because I don't know how to use I don't know how to use that. And in that situation, I've asked a lot of my friends, and I talked about some teachers and discuss about what I have to need to design and what I need to put some information in it. And I just keep searching about some information and sorting for helps. And I spent about 2 weeks to accomplish a pamphlet. Yes.
So what do you think? What kind of things do you think motivates you in this kind of process?
I think it's I want to do the things the best. When I'm assigned a project, I want to do it well, and I don't want anyone to look down at me.
Do you have any proof?
You say proof that.
Yeah, to prove that you want to do things the best.
For example, I also have been a leader of NCCU BA Night, and at first, a lot of people they are curious that why you want to take this responsibility, because that in the past, being a leader they will be criticized, and it will have a lot of things to do because you need to handle your school works, you need to handle about some activities. Yes, but I want to show that I can do it well. So I searching about how to write a document and talk to some company. Yes. So I think that it can prove that I want to do things well. And the company also thinks that we do well.
So you get some really positive feedback.
Yes.
So I wonder, have you ever failed to deliver what you originally expected?
Failed. I think yes, we all have some things that is bad. For example, I'm being an assistant. I'm being an assistant of Professor Huang in our department. And at first, I'm not sure about what I need to do because that he just gave me some administrative work like doing the reimburse or running some documents. And I just saw about some things that he said, you just need to do it step by step. But I'm curious about it, and I talked to a lot of because doing a reimburse, I need to go to a lot of departments in the school. Yes, and the school always call me and say, these things you do wrong, you need to take it back and you need to return it. And really led me to feel very frustrated. Yes.
So why are you interested in this position here, UX researcher?
Because I want to design a user interface. Because when I'm using some apps or searching or surfing on the internet, I'm aware of the design and about the position. And because that I have joined a lab in NCCU, and it's a lab about cognition. Yes, and it talks about some colors and some emotion. And I'm interested in the colors. Yes.
I think you mentioned about a user interface, right? But I'm not an expert, but I believe UX and UI are like quite different stuff. Would you like to share with us about the difference?
You say UX and.
And UX and UI, right?
UX is about user experience and UI is about user design. And I'm quite interested in user experience and doing some research. Yes, because I know I'm not the expert of doing design, though I can do a little of it. But I think if I can do well on doing some research about how users using the apps or surfing on the internet, I think that I'm quite suitable for the UX, not the UI.
But I thought you mentioned you wanted to design like user interface, right? Or am I wrong?
Yes, I want to do it, but I know that I'm not familiar and I'm not expert in it. Yeah.
Got it.
So are you considering maybe learning how to do programming, which may help you to develop the user interface?
I've learned about some R programming, but I'm not really an expert in it. And if I got a job, I can learn about like CSS or HTML. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I think time is pressing on. So thank you very much for coming here.
Thank
Keep
you.
in touch.
Okay. Thanks for the interview.